Sambo here. It's been a long time between videos, and sorry for that, but since I quit driving backwards and forwards to the shack from Canberra, life's got a whole lot busier. There's so much to do around here. I basically went best part of 2 years without full-time work, so it was a bit of a struggle at times, but we got by. I'm back working pretty much full-time hours at the moment. Still a part-time job, but full-time hours. Anyway, just a quick video today. Just want to give an update on some of the shenanigans we're getting up to around here. One of our latest projects, we started about 2 years ago breeding rabbits. We started off breeding purely for meat, and then we had some pretty bunnies turn up, and we decided we'd sell them for pets and see if we couldn't offset the cost of the feed. Well, last year was our second season. We got hit pretty badly a couple of times with calicivirus, otherwise known as rabbit hemorrhagic disease virus. We've been hit 3 times so far since Easter 2019. So it's come close to wiping us out, which makes it tough to breed rabbits. But anyway, we persist. Like I said, we started breeding for meat, then we started selling a few pets. Then last year, our first round of litters, we sold enough to cover the cost of feed for a whole year for the rabbits alone. And then as we progress through the breeding season, which is for us from about March, April through to about September, October, during the winter months, we sold more and were able to offset the cost of feed for the chooks and the ducks and the goats as well while we had them. I'm going to flip the camera around and give a bit of a walk around and show what I've got going on with the rabbits. So I've been making up nest boxes for the does. I know that the price of lumber is fairly high everywhere, not just in the US but also here in Australia, largely due to fires and COVID-19, but I still have some scraps laying around, so I've managed to knock up a nest box here. I generally work on, for the Americans, about 10 high, 10 wide and about 18 long for our larger does, so about 450 millimeters long, 250 millimeters wide. Width is outside measurements, 250 millimeters high on the inside again. I just slap them together, I just work off of that. And the way I do it these days, I just cut out my rectangle for the sides and the floor, nail it together. No, don't worry about glue or anything like that. Put the back on top, baby catcher on the front. Put the baby catcher on the front, which is, I think it helps save babies when mama jumps out of the nest and they've still got kits attached to the nipples. I'll put a roof on there for a couple of days. That gives mum a chance to get up and away from the kits, because once they hit about 2 weeks old, they're getting out of here. They're big enough they can jump over and get in and out. They go around, they start trying to feed off of mum. So for a couple of days at least, she can get up on top and get some respite from the kids. These are our first cages that we built. We made them out of wood and we put mesh walls on them. So for the Americans, that mesh there is basically just hardware cloth. We use a heavier gauge. It's not hardware cloth on the floor. We can't really get the same inch by half inch mesh that you get in America. So we go half inch by half inch, which works well with our Rex. Not so well with the long haired breeds, but we get by. We just got to clean them out. They just tend to poop in one corner, and so we really only need to worry about cleaning one corner. So this was the first plan. Then that got a bit out of hand, and I just started making our cages completely out of steel mesh, inch by inch for the walls, the sides, the top, half inch mesh for the floor. We put, here's an empty one, this goes in with a bucket at the moment. We put ceramic tiles in the base, gives them something to rest on to get off of the mesh. But as you can see here, you know, they're not always that keen on the ceramic tile. They're just happy to lay on the mesh. A lot of people worry about sore hocks, rabbits being on the mesh all the time. We don't have that issue. Never been a problem. This is baby Rexella. She is the matriarch of our Rex lines. She was one of the very first does we got. Now, all I've ever got out of her is full colour kits. So blacks, blues, casters. I never even considered her carrying red-eyed white until a few months ago. Another breeder that bought 2 of her kits from us bred them and got red-eyed white kits. So we were short a Rex buck a few weeks ago when we mated her, and we used our chinchilla buck to put over her. And, you know, no great surprise, we've got a caster here. Well, actually it'll be chestnut because it's not Rex furred. Shouldn't be Rex furred anyway. And obviously we've got another chestnut. But what do we have here? This looks like it's going to be a chinchilla. I could be wrong. I quite often am. This one looks like it might be a chinchilla too. Oh, quit your bitching. See, chestnut. Once they get to a few days old, at first up I thought they were all going to be chestnuts. Chestnut. Chestnut. You can see the definite tan markings there. See the reddy gold coming through. But with the chinchilla, there is no reddy gold because the chinchilla gene prevents the production of that reddy gold, yellow, tan colour. And so it just leaves white. And so we've got white coming through. You can see it there on the head, nape of the neck. And so these are all going to be Rex carriers. So if I want to get Rex furred chins, I would make one of these back to its mum, or make 2 of them together. If I mate to its mum, we've got a 50% chance of getting Rex fur. If I mate 2 of these together, I get a 25% chance of getting Rex fur. This is Misty. She's a mutt chinchilla, wideband chinchilla actually. She had 8 kits. We fostered one out. So this one is a black self chin. I know it can't be black because both parents are chinchilla and they don't have the full colour gene to pass on to the kits. So, black self chin. We only got 3 colours out of Misty this time, more if possible. This one's going to be squirrel. It's a blue chinchilla. Alright, so both parents are agouti based and they carry self. And here we go. This one's going to be chinchilla. So again, you can really see the white ticking there instead of reddish brown. You see the lacing around the eyes, the inner ears. Absolutely going to be beautiful. Now, these are likely to be what I'm going to be calling narrowband, as in non-wideband, because Dad is not wideband. Mum's wideband, Dad is not. The wideband is recessive. So they may, if Dad carries wideband, they may turn out to be wideband. Otherwise, I think they're going to be normal. This is Butterscotch. She's our taught mini lop doe. Now her first litter was a success. She only gave us 2. It doesn't matter, look how much fur she's drawn. She's probably going to dig all the way down to the bottom here. Now she's fostered a black self chin from Misty. It was just too weak. You know, large litter like that, it wasn't getting fed right. So even though it was a day or so older, we put it with Butters kits. And here we've got a nice looking harlequin. Looks like a self-based harlequin. going by the years there. So torted harlequin. And looks like we have a tort. What that means is it's homozygous, non-extension. So both parents carry the non-extension gene. So each kid's got a 25% chance of being non-extension. Now if mum and dad were a goody base, and they may still be, this was definitely self-based. If mum and dad were a goody base, this would be an orange. If they were otter based, this would be a tort otter. And here we have Oreo. She's our magpie mini lot. And the sire of these kids is Quincy, our blue fawn harlequin. Oreo's drawn a lot of fur. Alright, we've got a harlequin. I'm not sure what we're going to have here. Might be a frosty. Definitely looks like it's non-extension. But yet it looks a goody base, so I'm thinking it's going to be a frosty. So we've got several like that. Look, this one could be red-eyed white. Could be a really good frosty. Dark eyes under the eyelids there, so we might just have a frosty, an actual really good frosty. Look at that. And here I think we've got a torted magpie. I don't see any orange, just black and white. Darker ears, so self-based. Torted magpie. I think another magpie. Another torted magpie. I think maybe, still a little hard to tell, but I'm leaning towards torted magpie. Another one of our non-extension kits. Keep still. Maybe a red. Don't know. We'll wait and see. Could be a red, I think. And another one again. Look at that. Keep still, you little bugger. So we got 3 non-extension kits there. Looks like we've got 2 magpies. Get them all back in there. All in their good little nest. Oh, yep, you get back in there. She's pulled so much fur. Unbelievable. So here we've got 8 kits from Kiwi, our New Zealand white. These are all chinchilla based because Dad is Quattro, our giant chinchilla buck. Looks like they might all be agouti based. Pale belly, pale belly, pale belly, pale belly. Little squirmy little buggers. Pale belly. All agouti based by the look of it. She didn't pull a whole lot of fur. And then she had them split up into 2 separate nests. But I'm going to put them back in there.
And she's literally just had them.
And she's not long had them at all.
Because you've been out all morning.
Yeah. I just hadn't checked her. That's it, not a litter. Well done, Mama.